Hello, people. Welcome back to another episode of The Process, where I take you guys in depth into how I created various beats and songs throughout my illustrious rap career. So, today, by request, we are checking out the Dinner with the Folks beat. I forgot what I called this beat, though, to be honest. But I know this is the beat that I made for Dinner with the Folks. So we are checking this beat out this time. So let me just ooh, yep, that's it. Okay, that's the full beat in display right there. All right, so let's start from the beginning. So what do we have here? Let's look at the various samples and whatnot that I use. So I'm a little disappointed in myself here. Because the first thing I noticed is one is very messy. Oh man, like right here. Because normally, and I've said this before, but I'll have everything like neat, and I'll have like 1 through 8 would be the melodies and synthesizers and pads and whatnot, and then 9 through 12 would be like the snares. I don't know what the fuck. I was like, this is very confusing to me. I got the kicks. I got the kicks on 3. What? Man, and then some of these look like I didn't even put them in the mixer, which means I didn't even add a lot of effects to them. So this is actually as good as this beat is. I'm looking back at it. I didn't put a lot of work into it. This might be one of those examples of a beat that was very good, but I really just threw it together because this is some very sloppy work here as far as like having everything organized and whatnot. And when you look at the beat as a whole here, it is a pretty simple beat. It just happens to be very good too. Um, so let's look at the intro part. Ooh. So that's really the basis of the melody of the beat. Let's check out what exactly I was using though. I think it's over here. So this is, let me see, Sphere Freakenstein, and I'm pretty sure this is from the Citrus synthesizer, a favorite of FL Studio users for sure. Let me see if I can isolate it here so we can hear it by itself. Oh, I don't think that part comes up to the hook though. No, okay, we'll go over here. Okay, nah, we're not even on that part yet. It's the special art. That's what we're listening to. That's it. Okay, I got confused there. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, special art too. That's from the Citrus synthesizer. It's a preset from the Citrus synthesizer, I'm sure. Let's see if I did any modifications to it though. So I put it on the 17 channel of the mixer. Oh my god. Okay, I get it. I get it. For some reason, I have two equalizers up here. One of them is turned on. One of them is turned off. But you can see here that I removed most of the bass from it. Let me see what it sounds like if I turn the bass back up. That's nice. Depending on the song, sometimes you definitely got to play with the low ends and the high ends, depending on like what you want it to sound like. A lot of times, I'll take the low end out of sounds like this just so they don't muddy up the beat because you got to remember you're stacking all of this on top of each other essentially, and so you're in a way you're like making room. And so that's why sometimes I do stuff like that. It's because if I know I'm going to have like a heavy bass, when you got the low ends for all your other samples and whatnot still like turned up, it can cause some distortion. Okay, I'm gonna turn that back to what it was. Okay, and we got reverb up here. Wait, I use okay, that's reverb 2. This is reverb 2? Oh, so this is reverb 2 before it had the before it had the thing on the side. I see. So this is like an older version of reverb. Oh, wait. That don't even make no damn sense. Again, look, forgive me. I'm on my older computer, so I'm kind of confused when I look at some of this stuff because it looked different from the way it looks on my newer one. Let me see what else. And I put a delay up there too. And you can hear the difference there when I turn it off. Yeah. And really, it was a very simple melody here. Dun, 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 dun. And then I believe I had the back home. Ooh, oh boy, okay. But I had the back home GM as like the pad in the background. That's a nice sound right there. So I think I put it on 1. Let's go over here. Oop. Oh, hold up. Go back there. Okay. So yeah, I didn't really add a lot to it in the mixer. I just put a reverb up there and a quick equalizer. I think the main thing I was doing here, I reduced some of the low end, but I definitely didn't want to reduce too much. Because I think the real juicy part of this sample is right here in the middle part. Because if you were to bring it over here, see, it loses a lot of its pop when you do that. But I think I believe I lowered this part right here just to make more room for the low end on the bass, which comes in a bit later. Okay, so let's get back to the beat. And so here you hear it just combine. A lot of times when I make beats like these, I like to start with a nice pad like that. So now the song is getting ready to get started here. Oh, those snares, though, that's kind of important right here. Listen to these snares right here. There's some subtle things with this beat. Listen to this snare here. Let's isolate this sample and listen to it. And if you listen, you'll notice that the snares are kind of moving across the stereo field a little bit. I wonder if I used Pancake or if I did it manually. I probably did it manually. Yeah, so you can see here, look at the levels. I tweaked the pan here, and basically what this does, it allows you to change where the sound is going to be on the stereo field. So you can switch it over to the left, you can switch it over to the right, or in the middle. And if you listen, you can hear how it changes across the stereo field. So right there, it's tweaked a bit to the left. This one mostly in the middle. This one towards the right. And then I think for this part, it's mostly like in the middle. Yeah. And it just kind of creates like an atmospheric effect for it. Like, because the snares not only have the reverb and the delay on it, which you can hear, but it's also moving across the stereo field. But let's actually check it out in the mixer and see if I add anything to it. Oops. Oh, there we go. So where did I put it on the mixer? Oh, look, where did I actually put it up on the mixer? It's on 15. Okay, let's go to channel 15. Slide over here. What do we got? Okay, so here's how I modified it in the parametric equalizer. You know, I lowered the low end, lowered the high end a little bit, and I to me right here, that's the juicy spot for snares. Like a lot of times you'll see me raise this part just a bit, like tweak it up a little bit. That's the sweet spot. And you can tell because, you know, you can see like the waveform in the back. It kind of shows you like where most of the heat of a particular sample or sound is at, right? And so for this snare, it's definitely right there. Like that's the hot spot right there. So, you know, I tweaked that up a little bit just to put more emphasis on it. But you still want to like lower the low end sometimes just to make room. Cause you notice like when I bring it back up, you can still see like sound right there. It's not as intense as it is right here, but you see it though. And see, that's gonna add to the low end across the whole beat. And if it's not necessary, I just say get rid of it. Cause that just leaves more room for the necessary low end, which is usually gonna be like the bass, the kicks and stuff like that, or whatever you happen to be using. Just something to keep in mind. You always gotta look at it like you wanna make room. You want to make room for each sample and every sound. You got to understand what that sound is and where that room can be made at. You know, you don't want to have unnecessary low end on various samples and shit because it can muddy up the beat. And I also put some reverb on it. For whatever reason, I use Reverb 1. FL Studio, depending on which version you have, it has two different reverbs. It has Reverb 1 and 2. I mostly use 2, but I fuck around with 1 every now and then. I also put a delay up here as well. You can hear it. I use delay 2. Excuse me. And I just, you know, tweaked it a bit, but that just gives it like that echo effect. And I can take it off. You can hear it. See? Yeah. A very powerful tool. Let's get back to the beat. I hear something else there too. Is that it right there? Yeah, that's very subtle. I don't know where I got this from, but let's listen to it. You'll notice it. Hold up. Oh, hold up. Let me switch over right here. So that sounds like some atmospheric noise that I just put right there. It's subtle, but you can hear it if you pay attention. Hold up. Oh boy. Oh dear. Right. That was just something to spice up a little bit as it transitioned to get ready for me to rap. Ooh, that bass, boy. That's what you guys really wanted to hear. Ba-da-ba-da-boom. But you can see here, I use a Pyrex Kick 4. And right before the beat fully transitions to the verse part, you can see like just a little bit of like leading into it with the kick here just to set it up right. Right, that's important. Because without it just kind of comes in abruptly, which works sometimes, but see, You know, sometimes I'll let it rock like that, but a lot of times I like to, you know, let it lead into it like that. I'm trying to figure out where it's at. That's it. I must admit, I'm ashamed because it's clear I didn't modify this at all. I just put it up there. I'm talking all this shit about, oh, you want to make sure there's low end room for the bass, and I didn't even put it in the mixer, but at least we can look at it here. Oh, okay. So this is the kick. So I think I stacked it, and that's why it's like that. So I wonder why I stacked it though. So if I stacked it, where's the actual? Where's the actual bass then? Right, it must be right here. Yep. Dun, dun. But if I stacked it, okay, all right. So it was basically a mix of the Pyrex kick with the 808 Mafia 8 kick. Mm-mm. Ah, okay, I get it. I stacked the two. I wonder if I can solo them just so we can hear them together. Let me check real quick. Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of a unique sounding bass now that I think about it. And I think that's because I mixed the two together. Boom, 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 boom. So did I do anything with this part? No, I'm ashamed. But I'll be honest, before I, stepped my game up a bit, I used to not really modify my kicks and my 808s a lot. Actually, like, of course, don't copy that. That was more so like a bad habit of mine. For whatever reason, I just feel like I didn't need to. Learn later that that ain't exactly the way you want to go about it, but that's just how it was. And so, we got the hi-hats over here too. Very simple hi-hat pattern though, nothing really spectacular. It's right here. Yep, extremely simple. Doom, 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 doom. Simple shit. Oops, let's get back. Boom, 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 boom. What am I doing? Oh, what was that? Wiz Khalifa perk. Okay, let me see here. Where did I put it at? That's a nice sound. Let's see, move it. Where did I put that? Wiz Khalifa perk. Right there, number 18. Let's check it out. That's a good sound right there. All right. Oh my, look at that. I lowered the low end all the way and the high end. I can't not tell you why I did that. It must have just been a moment. Let's listen to it by itself though. It's such a nice sound. Hold up. Yeah, solo. Yeah. Or was it this one? Let me see. No, okay. And I think all I really did, I just put a delay up there and modified it a bit with the parametric equalizer. Took all the low end off and the high end. But for me to do that, the sound must have really needed, because if you look at it, look at how I got it modified here. Low end all the way down, high end all the way down, mid turned up, and almost the same thing here. So why did I do that? Let me just see what it sounds like. Yeah, maybe because it was too loud. Okay. Now let me just put it back the way it was. Undo, 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 undo. Oh shit. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, now how do I put this back? There we go. Ooh. So now we're transitioning to the hook. Hold up. That's nice. And we also got some transition sounds down here. Yeah, right there. Ooh. Oh, let's listen to it. I love the transitions, but I think I spiced it up excellently with this one here, the FX Linus. That's such a cool sound. Oh man, I feel like I'm learning from my past self right now. Oh man, okay. I'll definitely try that again. That's nice. Let me see. So where is it though? Let's look at it. Get a closer look at it. So I put it down here on number 4. Oh my god, this just so disorganized. I'm sorry. This is pathetic. Pathetic. Now what's that? Okay. I must have just felt like I needed to turn up the mid end, but I also put a little reverb up there too. Okay. Pretty simple, but I think I did a very good job creating like the transitional part for this beat, going from the verse to the hook. Let's turn it back on. And that's the hook. And that's when this is when the spear Freakenstein synthesizer comes in. Oh man, that shit was dope. Oh shit, I fucked up the tempo. Hold up, get the tempo back. Okay. Oh Lord, hold up. Ooh, okay. Let's see if I can get this piano. Oops, okay, I did it again. Let me go up. Okay, now I got it. Let's look at it. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. All right, let's get back to it. Oh, okay. And you got the back home pad in the background, of course. And you can see here too, I'm using a more basic snare and clap combination compared to like the pan one earlier. And I stacked them too. So you got the 808 Mafia clap and you have the FLS snare. And I think like stacking claps on top of snares, very useful, very useful. Because sometimes, you know, like I'm not a big fan of claps, but sometimes the snare don't really hit as hard as I want it to or the right way. And I just noticed, like for me, snares and claps just sound better when they're like combined together. Right, that's how it sounds about the snare stacked on it. Very weak, very weak. Now take the clap off. And it sounds good, but like it's missing something. That combining them together just gave it an extra pop, man. It's subtle. It's definitely subtle, but you know, it was like the icing on the cake for sure. As far as like the snare. And you notice too for the hook, the hi-hat patterns are a bit more they are a bit more exciting here. Ooh. Let's get a closer look at it real quick. Solo it. Should I just solo it here? It's probably better to do it that way, right? It's faster. And I stacked them too. I had a hat 3 and hat 4. And you notice, listen to this one though. It's low, and it sounds like a lo-fi hi-hat at that. So this is kind of similar to what I did with the clap and the snare, where I, you know, stacked them on top of each other just to give it a fuller sound. And you can kind of hear like that lo-fi distortion in the background a little bit. Kind of sets the vibe for the song. It's one of those subtle things. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that was a nice touch, too. The way I took the bass out at the end and just let that FS Linux ride. Oh, that was nice. I don't do that a lot. Okay, but you can see here, just want to highlight this a little bit. I always just try to make sure I can mix up my bass lines a bit so it's not too samey. It depends on the beat. Sometimes it's not as big of a deal, but you can definitely tell how I try to like freak it a little bit. And this is a good example of that. Boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. Then it kind of goes back, then stops. And now we're going to the second verse. And here you can see that I'm taking the bass out for a bit. And now you just hear the kick. Boom. Oh, yeah. Boom. Bada boom. Oh, damn. That's nice. Boom. Bada boom. Boom. So that's kick 16. What the fuck was that? Okay. Well, hold on. Let me adjust my laptop real quick. Okay. This bitch was leaning. Just the old one, the screen cracked. Okay, let's see if I can solo that shit. That sounds good. Yeah, boom, 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 bada boom, 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 bada boom, boom. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, the reason why, like, you can hear it, like the pitch of the kick going up. Boom. It's like boom, Ba-da-doom. You know, and you just do that by just putting the notes higher and lower and whatnot. Very simple. Oh, okay. As you can hear that little like atmospheric sound in the background again, I brought back the pan snares. And then we should have like a nice transition here. And so this is the second verse. And then we go back to the hook. Then the song is going off. And then the outro. As you can hear, just got nice. We're just gonna pan out at the end here with the master volume automation clip. You see it dip right here, and then it just fades out. Well, it's supposed to fade out. Hold up. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to fade. I'm a little confused. It's supposed to fade out there. But oh well. I think though, I'm not sure, but I think that I actually had another version of this beat where the ending was different, and I think it is or am I tripping? I could like, was this one of the beats where I lowered the pitch towards the end, or am I tripping? I'm not sure though. But hold up, that master volume shit is bothering me. I can at least show y'all then. So right click here and then go to create automation clip. And then let's zoom in and we're gonna make it fade out about here, right? Make sure that it's lined up right. Put it back to 80%. And then drop this down. And let's see. Okay. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Did I have it turned off? Oh, I think I had it turned off right here. Okay. But that's the dinner with the folks. Oh shit. That's the dinner with the folks beat. Definitely one of my favorites. One of my best. A very simple beat in all fairness, but it's one of those beats where it really didn't need a lot. And even looking back at it, I mean, I hate this to see how sloppy and unorganized it all was, but I think I probably ended up doing it that way because, you know, it probably came together pretty quickly as far as realize like, oh, I got something here. So I hope you guys learned something from that and enjoy that process episode. Make sure you guys let me know which beats or songs you want me to go in depth as far as how I made it. I might actually do the dinner with the folks song, like a process episode of how I made the actual song. But let me know if you guys are interested in that, and I will see you on the next episode of The Process. So, Johnny.